He made all the arrangements for new room and food and fuel. His task now is to get to know his power. He looked into his fridge, took all the items and started to experiment. He fainted and woke up again. Only soybeans were growing into mature plants. All items became coal. He focused on breathing. A sudden success. He meditated and held the meat in the hand. It burnt but used soybeans with both hands. The meat became bigger. He tried again but failed. He got some ideas for food. With that he can become Apocalypse Superman, but without weapons he will good as dead. He had to get weapons sooner. He walked in the cold night and saw a guy. He knows him. He is Mr. Johnson, a punk. He is always on calls talking big deals. He might have some connections with guns. David exchanged hi with him and smoothly talked. Johnson asked if any matter. He looked around and whispered in his ears. Johnson is shocked. He talked that it's illegal. Also he knows a lot of people but don't want to put him in danger. David said his personal grudge. One day he was biking and a guy spat on the ground but it landed on his face, so he argued but the guy spat on him again. So he bet him up, but the next day David was beaten by the guy. That a made-up story, but that's the whole thing. Johnson fell onto ground in anger, saying that guy can't just spit anywhere. Johnson held David's shoulder and said he will help David in days. They have to take a bus. Then David showed his car. They reached a place and met some guys saying car is worth $7 million in front of its owner. The boss came. Johnson said his buddy wants a gun. David is scared. Boss was looking in the eyes, smiled. Just a gun. Threw it on table. But he wants something longer with lens. Boss exhaled. David nervous. Boss shouted why he need that for. Tony Johnson took the lead. He explained a love story of 5 years ago. After a moment boss got angry, saying wife cheated on David and 3 children were not David's. Boss was convinced and the sniper boss will get it for him, and made an order for a rifle. Also boss gave him the gun for free. David took it and said his friend works in government, that there is an abnormal weather might restrict the purchase of materials, so better stock up the supplies in advance. They looked at each other seriously. Boss took the words. Tony Johnson and David are out walking but suddenly his leg slipped and boy flipped. The leg twisted. He asked Tony to take him to hospital but he don't have no, he didn't bring the license. Tony got it. Took David leaning on him but no use. Called a cab to hospital. Bro really broke his leg and waiting for meds. Exchanged by with Tony. He saw beautiful chief nurse.